I was driving to the hospital. I had an infection that I had been taking medication for, and it wasn't working, and things were not looking super great. So I was driving to the hospital to possibly have surgery. And I remember telling Mike, my former narcissist, that this was happening and I was possibly going to have surgery. And he got really mad at me for something. I don't even remember what or care at this point, but he got really mad at me for something. And when I got home from the hospital, he never asked how I was. There was never a follow-up. He actually just blocked me on all of our messaging apps and ignored me for like 2 days. And I remember thinking in that moment, this isn't the way you treat someone that you really love, which he said he did. And doesn't he care about the outcome? Like, he didn't even find out, if I had had surgery, if I was okay, nothing. He just blocked me. And there was so many situations like that where he would just block me and get mad at me over ridiculous things. And I remember thinking to myself, well, the least he can do is buy me flowers. That is ridiculous. And I recognize it now, but in that moment, I didn't realize how many areas of my life, that this toxicity had leaked into. So sure, it was just this relationship with this narcissist, but it snowballed into so many other areas of my life. And I just kept holding on to that thread. Well, the least he can do is buy me flowers. Like, there has to be something good in this. And I was thinking about a really good friend of mine, and I love her so much. And I know one of the areas for her, she hates her job, and I was getting really judgy. And I'm going to go into that in another video. I still love you, dear. If you're watching this, you'll know who you are. But sometimes we don't know how bad things are and how much we're suffering and having physical ailments of pain because we're so miserable and our body is trying to scream at us to get free and to relieve ourselves of this toxicity, in my case, or pressure or strong dislike or soul crushing. Fill in the blank. And so I really want you to know things can look really crappy. And they did for me. And I was losing all sorts of things in my life. And I want you to know, if you're watching this right now and you're feeling that things are crappy and things are looking gloomy, there's hope. And I just got goosebumps. That's my way of saying that, like knowing that I'm on the right path. And so that's cool, because that shows that when you start connecting to your true self, you get signs, you get feelings, you get goosebumps, for me, that you're on the right path. I never had goosebumps when I was with him. And so if you're reading this and this resonates with you, I want people to know that they've got this, that it's going to be okay. And so can we write a message, and I'm going to do this too, to each watcher or reader, that you've got this. Just write in the comments below, you've got this, so that we create this wonderful message to our unconscious minds that we do have this, we've got this, we can get to the next step, we can realize, now for me, I really understand that someone who loves me would never treat me like that. And people told me that all the time, but I just didn't get it. I wasn't ready. And now when I think of being with Paul, he would never do that. He would be there in a second. He would be driving me. He would be checking if I needed some chicken noodle soup or something. There's more out there for you. And sometimes it takes a big step away and kind of shaking off that toxicity and doing some healing to really realize how much and how many areas that affected your life. So please, you've got this. Much love.